Hey guys, it's Doc, and today I'm going to do just a couple quick updates, tell you about a few things going on, updates on a whole bunch of stuff and stuff we have coming over the next couple of weeks. So hold on one sec. Hey guys, I'm going to run through a bunch of stuff real quick, so hold on. I'm going to be calling, we're going to have some guest speakers or guest interviewers on. I'm going to do some interviews, take some of your questions, take some of my questions, and run them by some of these experts. And some of these guys have a ton of knowledge, years and years of experience. My first interview is probably going to be with John Pope. John is an agronomist with about 100 years of experience, not only with extension offices, not only in the turf, not only in plant, but with the fertilizer industry. He's worked with some of the biggest names in the fertilizer industry. So a really good guy to talk to, and we'll answer some of your questions and my questions, and we'll have discussions. Let's go over a few things real quick. PGF Complete. Yes, it has sold out again. This is the second time that trucks have gone up to Amazon and they have sold out. I'm guessing in the next week or so, they'll have it restocked. They have another shipment going up there, so just be patient. I'll try and put up a notification of something when it does get back in stock, but it's selling like hotcakes. And we're getting ready to go into fall, and I warned you guys, get your stuff in now, because PGF Complete is just, everyone's having fantastic results with this stuff, and it's selling like crazy. Don't forget, tomorrow is August 1st. So that means you only have 15 days left to register for the $2,000 reel mower. All you have to do is be a subscriber to our YouTube channel and sign up for the email alerts. So over on the website, I made it real easy. You can sign up for the email alerts. That's all you got to do. We use the email alert system. I use a random number generator when we do our giveaways, and that's why I use that system over there. So it's just name and email address, and whenever we do a giveaway, that's what we use. All right, so I've had a lot of people say, comment, hey Doc, I want to send you pictures. PGF is working great, and I've used Super Juice and PGF. Where can I send you pictures? So in the description below, I'm going to try something. We'll see how it works. In the description below, there's going to be a link to a web page. And on that web page, you'll see a thing, or actually you can go to the website right now, and it says PGF Complete Reviews and Pictures. There's a little box. So there's a little box on the website. What's weird is if you're on your phone, you got to roll all the way down. It looks different on a website. So there's a side column on a website, and if you're on your phone, it shrinks down, and that side column goes to the bottom. So you got to roll all the way down. But it says PGF Complete Reviews. I'll actually put a link to it on the link in the description below too. Go to that web page, and I'll put a link there too. But let me just explain how this works. When you go to this page, basically I enabled a commenting system there where you can go in and put a comment and upload a picture. Warning, you need to resize your pictures. Don't take a picture which is 4, 5, 6 megabytes and try and upload it. You need to resize your pictures to about 800 pixels, and I put a link to a resizer on there. So if you don't have a way to resize your pictures, there's a link on that page to a resizer. Next warning, all these free online web resizers, they always have a bunch of bright buttons that says click to download, ignore those and look at the fine text and it'll show you. It's actually a pretty good, I tried it a couple times. It's a good resizer. You just got to make sure you're clicking on the right button. So I did put a resizer link on there if you need to resize the pictures again. Bring them down to about 800 pixels wide, and then they'll upload great, because I think the upload limit total is like 3 megabytes. And a lot of people send in pictures that are like 6 megabytes, and it's just not going to work. So again, it's a commenting system, and there's a little camera icon that you can actually click on there and upload your pictures. We've had a bunch of people say, Doc, I want to send you pictures. I've had great results. That's where you can send them. So I'll put a link below. Spray bottles. People have been asking about the new spray bottles. Yes, I did some testing on different ratios, and I chose the 20-to-1 ratio, which was similar to the old sprayer head ratio, which put out a good, decent amount of spray. I've asked Anderson's to actually list those, to actually get the bottles and the spray heads and put them up on Amazon so that we have good availability. If I'm not mistaken, they ordered like 10,000 of these things, so there should be plenty available within the next couple of weeks. I mean, these things take time. It takes time to get it in. They got to package it. I think they're going to package it two of them together, and they'll list it up. So it's just going to take a little bit. So 2 or 3 weeks maybe. Again, I'll update in a further video when those are available. But they're great bottles for Super Juice. So let's talk about my lawn, by the way. I'll put up a quick video. My lawn's looking fantastic. Now, I did a real short cut on the front. Really short, almost some scarring issues. And now, what is this, about a week and a half later, I guess? And it's just looking gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So every lawn that I've treated with PGF Complete, matter of fact, I probably put up a video after this. I'll walk you around and show you those 3 lawns out there. I'll show you the world's worst, the test lawn, and my lawn, and show you what they look like. Now, the last video I put up, if you're watching this video, you may have watched the last one, which is fixing an ugly lawn. So I had one of the guys in the neighborhood who also, he's on the HOA, and he contacted me. He knows the lawns I do, and said, hey, can you come by? I use a national company and my lawn looks like crap. So basically I said, sure. So I went over there and looked at it, sort of did a walk around evaluation. He's using a big name lawn company, a national lawn company, to come by and spray. And I looked at his past tickets, and they're basically just spraying out liquid nitrogen. It's like a 3005. And his lawn looks horrible. We've got a lot of disease in the neighborhood. We've got some fungus in the neighborhood. And so what I told him is what I'm going to do, what I like to do with any lawn that I look at that doesn't have a history of good care. In other words, he's not a do-it-yourselfer, really. He hires a company. So I know for a fact that he hasn't had good products put in his lawn. So I told him, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out there and in one day, I'm going to do everything that your lawn needs. So I'm going to cut the lawn, which I did yesterday. I'm going to put out granular insecticide and liquid insecticide. I'm going to put out granular fungicide and liquid fungicide, both. I'm going to put out PGF Complete and Super Juice. Now, in the Super Juice, I'm going to mix in some pesticide and some fungicide. So I'm going to wait on publishing that video, because what I want to do, now I gave him a water schedule, and what I told him to do was, I said, you got to get 20 minutes of water on this lawn every single night right at sunset for the next 5 days. We're supposed to have some thunderstorms roll through here starting today or tomorrow. And I said, now if it rains, if we get a rain, then skip it, but I want it watered in, watered in, watered in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off on that video for about 5 days or 7 days, and I'm going to show you the results. What I really wanted to do is I wanted to talk about this fall window of opportunity, because August is that time. August all the way through early September is the time where if you're going to do something to your lawn, you need to get it done. And people ask all the time, they're afraid, like, can I put PGF and humic down? Can I put this down and this down? And honestly, you can put everything down in the same day. And that's what I did. Within 2 hours, I put all those treatments down, everything his lawn needed, and we started watering it in. And I'm just going to leave it. We're going to leave it for 6 weeks. I said, cancel your lawn service for 2 months. I don't want you to touch it. So it's going to be interesting to watch that lawn, how it heals up. But I'll keep you updated. Like I said, I'm going to hold off on posting that video for a little bit. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about real quick. Like I said, the PGF Complete, it should be back in stock within about a week or so. Everything else seems to be in stock. Don't forget the contest. Register for the contest. The new Turf Talk episodes. And by the way, on the Turf Talk, here's how we're going to do the Turf Talk. Say that 20 times fast. Here's how we're going to do Turf Talk. What I figured out, instead of doing an hour-long show, I actually talked to John about this and said, look, why don't I break these segments apart into individual subjects? So why don't I go ahead and we'll talk 10, 15 minutes about this subject, maybe humic acid. Maybe we'll talk about supplements versus granulars. Maybe we'll talk about new sod. Maybe we'll talk about pre-emergence. We'll talk about different stuff. And we're going to put it in segments, so you don't have to watch a whole hour. We'll split those up, and then we'll kind of put them up like once a week, different subjects. And then I'll have a place where all those are posted so you can go watch those. I think that'll be a cool way to do it. So I think that's about it, guys. I'll go ahead and put that video up of the lawns and what they look like. Just give you an update, and I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I don't have my hat on. Can you believe it? It's one of the first days where we actually had some cloud cover all day. The sun's just starting to come out. It's about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let me just give you a little walk around and give you an update. So here's my lawn, and this is about a week and a half, I guess. Week and a half after that hard scalp that I did, or hard cut. Looks gorgeous. And we just put down PGF Complete and did a super juice on top of that. That's just gorgeous. Now what's really interesting is the two across the street over here. So this is that PGF testing area where we did a triple stack over a period of about 8 weeks. Hit it 3 times with PGF Complete. No irrigation. And it's just looking amazing. I mean, just look at that. A lot of clippings on here, but look at how nice that is. Common Bermuda. Now in the last video I talked about stacking for the fall, and what that means is instead of putting one treatment down, run heavy treatment of fertilizer, actually going like every 3 weeks and putting a light treatment, light treatment, light treatment. I'm going to show you the effect of stacking over here because it's kind of cool. So if you can remember this, we did a test line here, and then I wrote PGF Complete. And what you can see is now this has had a second coat of PGF, but look at the stack line. So that stack line there had a treatment, and then this has had another treatment, but look how thick that is. I mean, that is just amazing. That is incredible. Unbelievable how thick that is. This is the world's worst Bermuda lawn. But the same thing, when I walk over here to the old PGF, you can still see it, but man, look how thick it is. And that's that stacking or staging effect. So remember, now my lawn has basically had the same thing. We've been stacking this where we come out with a light coat of PGF, we wait about 3 weeks, put another light coat of PGF, and that stacking effect, what it does is, there are some nutrients that don't last as long, and so what you're doing is you're introducing those nutrients consistently to the lawn rather than just dumping it out once and saying, I hope it lasts for 8 to 10 weeks. So I'm just telling you, do this stacking, get the PGF Complete and do that stacking, light coat, light coat, light coat, a little bit of super juice, it's perfect. Now the backyard's been a little bit of a challenge this year just because I've been keeping it a little bit longer. So dealing with scalp marks around here with this uneven, crappy sod lawn I've got is kind of tough. So you get these kind of light and darks, but overall, man, that looks phenomenal. Especially since almost every other yard in this neighborhood is burned out. But let me walk back over here. Let me walk over to the grassy knoll over here and show you the grassy knoll, because that's usually a challenge area for me because I almost have to hand water that. But I want you to look, and there's a lot of shade over here. But look how nice this looks over here. This is just incredible. This is the nicest this area has ever looked. That area normally is like raw dirt over here, and I have nice, almost fairway quality grass over here. Look at this. That's insane. That's crazy. That is just crazy. Again, this is PGF Complete and Super Juice. Look at the banana plants. All I've been doing on all my banana plants, my rose bushes, everything, I've just, as I go by, I make sure they get it, and I throw a handful of PGF Complete at the base of those too. Those things are just growing like nuts. They were down here when I planted them. Pretty cool. So don't forget, click that subscribe button. Don't forget, register for the giveaway that's coming up in 15 days. And look forward to the turf talk and a bunch of other stuff we're doing. get ready for your fall. You need to get your stuff because it is going to sell out. Talk to you later. Doc.